Squad Busters is a new Supercell game into beta.
Squad Busters beta is out right now, but it is globally launching on May 29th. So
With the announcement of Squad Busters going global,
we're going to be teaming in Squad Busters today.
With the global launch of Squad Busters only a week away,
I'm certain that by now you have heard of Squad Busters, the new and upcoming game that Supercell is about to release globally on May 29th. It's easy to forget, however, that Squad Busters was announced on the same day that Clash mini servers shut down forever, which was a game that was in beta for over 2 years, and Squad Busters was only in beta for a few weeks, but still somehow went global. So why did Supercell do this? Why were several years of development thrown away just to start a new game? More importantly, what did Squad Busters have that Clash Mini just didn't? It's important to start off by quickly remembering what games we're dealing with here. Clash Mini is similar to any auto chess game. Simply put, you start with a game board where you can battle other players by summoning a mini to fight alongside your hero. You drag your minis onto the board, which cost an elixir similar to Clash Royale, and they do the fighting for you. There's a lot of strategies involved, which is unique to any other Supercell game, but other than that, there are many abilities, upgrades, rerolls, and many other traits that are similar to Clash Royale. On the contrary, more of a less strategic and quiet game, Squad Busters is the new chaotic warfare arena. Now, if I had to relate this game to any Supercell game, it would definitely be Brawl Stars, as the movement and map size looks very familiar. It's announced that there will be several new game modes to come, but for now, the only one available is where you get to compete with 9 other players by fighting, collecting, and growing your squad in a limited timed arena. Whichever player has the most gems will be the winner, and these mini rounds can get insanely intense as shown with this gameplay. With a bit of backstory between the two games, it's clear to see that Clash Mini and Squad Busters are worlds apart. While one is about auto chess gameplay, the other is about fast action-paced warfare, and I think that is definitely a key takeaway as to why this game was placed in the spotlight, especially when you think about the younger generation that will be playing this game. For them, it's much more appealing to grow, destroy, and collect rather than place down minis. Supercell wanted a new game and knew that their time and efforts spent on Clash Mini weren't gone to waste, but rather it was a learning experience by expanding the team, developing ideas and strategy, and learning how to appeal to the newer audience. One of the most important factors to Squad Busters was its collaboration with other Supercell games. Once you've created a successful game and you go on to do so several times, it's only natural that you would aim to have a game that combines several characters from different universes into one. It's a common tactic that's used to lure in players from a wide variety of audiences, and that's exactly what Squad Busters is, a gateway for the Supercell team to start marketing and collaborating across all of their platforms, from characters like the Barbarian and Archer Queen from Clash of Clans and Clash Royale, the Chicken from Heyday, the Medic from Boom Beach, and Dynamite from Brawl Stars. This is without a doubt one of the features that Clash Mini just was lacking. Although it was possible to incorporate these characters in a mini form, it is much cooler to upgrade your troops and collect them with rarities in an action-packed multiplayer, which is the second vivid difference between the two, the addictive nature of the game. Now, games are all over the App Store, but the thing that differs them from being straight-up failures or huge successes are the levels of addictivity or the dopamine rush they provide. Sure, a game of chess or strategic thinking is thrilling, but you have to take into account who the actual audience is for such a game. And on the other hand, how repetitive can your game get without people losing interest? Whether it's keeping players on 24/7 with no breaks like Brawl Stars, or playing consistently daily like Clash of Clans, it's a smart tactic to have an idle game that you almost always have to log back in daily to not lose out on progress, or to have a game with an addictive game design And Squad Busters is just really one of those games that once you try it out, it's almost impossible to quit without a few more games. From the movement, characters, action-packed competition, and the tournament-style ranking system, it's very enjoyable to play several games on end within one session. Its addictive nature is a quality that Clash Mini just couldn't compete with. As shown previously, it was definitely a new and interesting concept for a game, but whether or not the audience was actually keen on playing it daily was the question. After all, the new generation's attention spans are starting to lower and lower every growing second, which makes it even more evident why Clash Mini was cancelled, and how it actually spiraled down into irrelevance. Unlike anything I've mentioned before, updates and release schedules hold some of the greatest importance when it comes to launching a startup game, and within Supercell games they are no different. If you think about how long ago Clash Mini was introduced, and how long it took for the team to either take it off the market or even consider it going global, it is certainly a considerable factor. The mistake with Clash Mini was not releasing it globally right after the big update. Instead, they chose to wait, which made a lot of players who waited for global quit the game. Squad Busters gets released after a year globally. Clash Mini discontinues 2 years after soft launch. It's clear that the new Supercell isn't the same as the old one. Squad Busters is such a massive misstep, it's insane. It's just an overblown variant of Gem Grab / Showdown from Brawl Stars, an absolute shell of what a Supercell game should be. Whether or not you are in favor of Squad Busters, one thing is clear, and that it's definitely going to be the future of Supercell. From the quick comparison of it and Clash Mini, it's clear that Supercell has already learned its mistakes of bad game design, quality, choices, and audience appeal. On top of that, the devs were serious about taking the Clash universe and combining it with other Supercell games to make one massive character collaboration, which will surely pique others' interest. With all this and more, I think it's safe to say that Supercell has invested too much money and effort into this project for it to fail. It's super evident that Squad Busters has beat Clash Mini in terms of popularity, and at the end of the day, I'm happy either way to see that Supercell finally realized that there are still people who will enjoy their games even if it isn't up to their standards, and have decided to just globally launch a game rather than wait all that time. Whether the game does get abandoned or gets praised for its glory, it's surely something that only time will tell. However, if you do consider to pick up Squad Busters, make sure to use my code CLASHDiscovered in the shop before purchases. That's it for now. YouTube thinks you will enjoy these videos next. Peace out and take care.